Good morning. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Okay, Buffalo Springfield. Woke up with that song in my head this morning, and I was sitting here looking at the cosmic weather, and I heard somebody's watching me. And then something about the Twilight Zone. I know it's in that song. That song's Rockwell, and I think Michael Jackson sings the chorus. But anyway, Spirit said before Spirit dropped that song, Spirit said, "Don't think that you're irreplaceable." I wrote all that down. The song's been in my head for about an hour since I woke up. Today is February 8th, 2026. It's a 2-day. It's about partnerships, unions, and reunions. And I do feel like I've crossed into the Twilight Zone. There's been some fucking weird shit happening for the last week, man. Friends have lost their minds. Coworkers have lost their minds. So, cosmic weather right now, there's a new moon coming on the 17th with a solar eclipse in Aquarius. It's going to be about innovation, community, breaking free from old paradigms. It's at 28 degrees Aquarius. I don't know what any of this means. I just wrote it down, what was happening, because somebody needs to know that the energy is directly related to the cosmic weather right now. On the 20th, Saturn will be conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. It's great reset energy. Structures and dreams are going to be dismantled. Basically, revelations around collective ideals and humanitarian sparks. Now, currently, Uranus, and everybody's talking about this Uranus transit, but Uranus is currently retrograding in Taurus right now. It will re-enter Gemini on the 25th of April. Uranus is the planet of revolutions and rebellion. When it re-enters Gemini, think about 7 years of mental lightning. Rapid shifts in communication. It's going to electrify curiosity, networking, and how we process information. February is a portal for planting seeds of compassionate action. April accelerates the harvest into something wildly transformative. And yesterday, I felt like I crossed into a parallel universe. Wednesday was something different with my friend on Facebook. But it wasn't just that. My bather lost her fucking mind, became completely irrational, and was accusing me of lying to her. Which was deeply upsetting, because I may be a lot of things, but a liar I am not. She didn't talk to anybody for like 2 days. Yesterday would have been day 3, and when I came into work, she barely even looked at me, acknowledged my existence. No good morning, no fuck you, no nothing. And I called her out, and I was like, hey, it's been 3 days. You want to talk? You haven't talked to anybody, and I'm not real interested in working with someone who won't talk to me. And she went off the rails and was like, first she started with, well, I'm not going to talk to somebody that I can't trust. And then it exploded. It exploded into something that it never needed to be. And then quit. And I think she already had it in her mind. She already had it in her mind that she was going to quit before the morning started, because she had commented something to me about, I don't even know if I'm going to make it past today. So when I said, you need to sit there and calm down, I'll be back in 10 minutes. She said, oh, if you walk out, I quit. I didn't say shit to her. There was no response from me whatsoever other than closing the door. Oh, HR this week took my opinion and tried to use my opinion against me. Apparently opinions are red flags in the HR world, so when I emailed HR to let them know that this situation happened yesterday morning, I'm going to be filing her status change today, but and I emailed HR to avoid opinions, because that opinion was the whole reason the blow up happened on Wednesday. And I mean, it had nothing to do with her, but HR had to be involved, and then Wednesday's blow up happened. One sentence. No opinion. No context. She quit. This breaks my heart, because I've been mentoring this kid for the last year. Well, she's not even a kid. She's almost 30. This is her Saturn return. Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. Anyway, yeah, she's almost 30. She did not conduct herself like an almost 30-year-old woman. Acceptance. You may be disappointed with recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you're being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. Caring connection at the bottom of the deck. That's cool, because it is a 2-day. Let me show you this card. Acceptance. A new supportive relationship is on the horizon. It might be a kindred spirit, or possibly even romance. It could be someone new or the deepening of an existing relationship. Open your heart to this new connection. Okay. Acceptance. So I did accept the fact that, I mean, I accepted it, but I'm very sorrowful that this happened, because I've been mentoring her for the last year, and she's got one of Sybil's puppies, which isn't that a profound karmic lesson? She blocked me on Facebook, and now every morning when she wakes up and looks at her dog, she'll be looking at me. Anyway. But, you know, she quit yesterday. My new bather is barely trained, and, I was like, well, baby, I guess you get to move to full-time. And she smiled, and she was like, really? And, yeah. So my lesson in all of this, though, is I let people in too deep into my heart too soon, and I guess that's the curse of being an empath. At least that's what my boss told me last night. I'm so glad that I'm friends with her, because damn, it was rough for me. I was very upset. I wasn't angry, I was just upset. Yesterday was a very hard day, but we've got this new girl. She seems like she's got a solid head on her shoulders. She's not super emotional, at least that I can tell yet. And seems pretty stable. But she's young. She's my daughter's age. So, let's see. All right, tell me what else does the collective need to know? Something's happening here. Hey. Closed door, completion. Oh, nice. It's a 5 card. Closing door, closing door. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, the crossing, initiation. 54 is 9. 9 is completion. Well, yesterday was a 1 day. 1s are about initiations. 54. 5 is change. 4 is foundation. So our foundations are changing. And we've got a door, a window, portal getting ready to close. Yeah. So I think that we're just going to continue to see these disruptions for the next couple of weeks. People have lost their minds, but it's really showing us who is meant to be with us for the next 30 years until Saturn moves again. Mastery of Swords. King of Swords. Uranus is moving into Gemini. Gemini is about communication. So being aware of this initiation. This initiation has to do with our mental arena. I very quietly accepted her resignation and shut the door with no reaction, no response. Let it go. And the nurturer of swords. Not as the challenge, but what will happen. So we have today's, and today's a 2-day, and we've got caring connections. So this could be about us balancing our masculine and our feminine when it comes to our logic and reasoning. Top of mind. The action of cups, the crowning energy, the action, that's the Knight of Cups. Spirit says this is the lesson. Responding our emotions instead of reacting from them. It's fire and water. The King and Queen of Swords together. This tells me that the crown chakra is open to all wisdom. And, okay, what else? The 5 of Wands in the past. Temperance. And the Messenger of Swords. Ooh. Okay. So in the past, we've got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is competition. Competition? Also, it's reaction and arguments because of reaction. Temperance as the subconscious. There's collective. You're very balanced. Where's that page? Oh yeah, the Messenger, the Page of Swords. This is you asking questions about what caused this disruption, this fight, this argument, this reactivity. You asking questions about what caused this. But ultimately, I see you, this is the Queen of Cups. And the Six of Swords, both at the bottom of the deck. It doesn't matter why this happened. It doesn't matter why it happened, why this door closed. Doors, why these doors, plural, are closing with people, with other people. Doesn't matter why they've lost their minds and started reacting. It doesn't matter. It's okay to ask questions. Ask the questions. You will gain the wisdom about it, but you don't have to take it any further than what you learn for yourself, because you're integrating, you're balanced. You've integrated. So now you can be able to look back and go, oh, that happened with that person because they didn't. The Six of Swords. Looking back while moving forward, but there is contract, new portal, and initiation coming. I think that this planetary transit that we're going through in the eclipse that's coming, that solar eclipse, is happening to ourself. The sun represents the self. And it's going to expose more shadows. But I think once we get to that, I mean, all eclipses, the solar eclipse, just like the lunar eclipse, will produce a ring of fire, a portal. So we're going to expose some shadows on one side, but there's a portal opening on the other side, and this is our initiation. Today's a 2-day, so this is about recognizing that we're forming new partnerships, that we can allow the old stagnant energy out and move forward to new ones. Essentially, this collective is sitting very, very close to their Empress energy. I mean, this is still very sovereign. We've got a balance, a union of opposites here, the King and Queen of Swords. Temperance and the Knight of Cups. Balance of fire and water. Your passion and your emotions are no longer reactive. They're no longer causing reactivity. They're causing responses. The Page of Swords is asking questions about why these battles are happening. But you've done the work. You take care of yourself. You protect your boundaries. This is the Queen of Self-Care. because she is that way. She can create. You know, and then the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, moving into a new era when the sun comes out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. What's the next card? Oh, Seven of Cups. Neptune and Aries. And justice, more balance. Doesn't matter why they do the stupid shit that they do. You're not reacting anymore. And because you've balanced that, you're moving into a completely new era of your life. Okay, I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.